He was supposed to leave on a Saturday morning at 10 a.m. The car was in the driveway, the crate was ready, and a 150-pound German Shepherd sat down at the front door and refused to move for 23 minutes until the car drove away empty. What that dog already knew would take 11 more weeks and one night to become impossible to ignore. James Harmon was 36 years old, a licensed electrician who ran his own crew out of Boise, Idaho, and the kind of man who fixed things: broken circuits, blown fuses, systems that had stopped working the way they were supposed to. He was good at it. He had been good at it his entire adult life. The only thing he could not figure out how to fix was the silence that had moved into his house 14 months ago and refused to leave. His wife, Claire, had died on a Sunday morning in March. A driver ran a red light on the way back from the grocery store. She was 33. Milo was 4 years old and did not fully understand what gone meant for another 6 weeks. And then he understood it all at once, and James had to watch that happen from across a kitchen table, with nothing useful to say. He had fixed electrical panels in buildings that were 80 years old. He could not fix the look on his son's face on that particular Wednesday afternoon. Rex had been Claire's dog. She had found him at the shelter 3 years before she died. 150-pound German Shepherd with a black and tan coat and an intensity in his face that she said reminded her of James when he was concentrating on something. Rex had spent 61 days in that shelter. 3 families had passed on him. Too large, too serious, too much. Claire signed the papers in under 20 minutes and drove him home in the back seat of a sedan that was not built for a dog his size. James had looked at that dog in the rearview mirror the entire drive home and said, "That animal is going to eat us out of house and home." Claire laughed. She was right about everything else, so he assumed she was right about Rex. After she died, James kept Rex for Milo's sake, not for his own. Rex was difficult to be around. The dog was a walking reminder. Same stillness, same eyes, same habit of sitting in the kitchen doorway at 7 a.m., the way Claire used to sit with her coffee, watching the backyard for nothing in particular. James started taking his coffee in the truck. He ate 9 pounds of food per week. His vet bills were steep. He left fur on every surface in the house in a quantity that suggested he was slowly replacing himself. And he followed Milo from room to room with a focus so complete that the boy could not sit down anywhere in the house for more than 15 minutes, with 150 pounds of German Shepherd appearing beside him like he had been there the whole time. By month 11, James had made a decision. His sister Karen found a family in Twin Falls, a couple with a large yard, no other pets, good people who understood large breeds. Rex would be fine, James told himself. Milo would adjust. Kids were resilient. He had read that somewhere in the weeks after Claire died, when he was reading everything and absorbing nothing. The handover was scheduled for a Saturday morning at 10 a.m. On Friday night, Milo sat on the living room floor next to Rex and did not say much. He pressed his face into Rex's neck and held on. Rex did not move. He sat completely still and let the boy hold on for as long as he needed to. James watched from the hallway for 4 minutes. Then he walked to the kitchen and stood at the counter and looked at the yard through the window and thought about nothing specific and everything at once. At 9:53 Saturday morning, the couple from Twin Falls pulled into the driveway. James clipped the leash to Rex's collar. Rex looked at him. Then he looked at Milo, who was standing in the doorway in his socks, arms at his sides. Rex walked toward the front door and stopped. James gave the leash a short pull. Rex did not move. He tried again, firmer. Rex sat down, all 150 pounds of him, and looked at Milo and made no sound, and his tail did not wag, and he simply refused. He was not aggressive, he was not frightened, he was decided. The couple drove away after 23 minutes. Empty car, empty crate in the back seat. James stood in the doorway holding a leash that was attached to a dog who had not moved, and looked at Rex and could not think of a single useful thing to say. Rex walked back to Milo, lay down next to him on the floor, and put his head on the boy's knee. James went back to the kitchen. In the weeks that followed, a pattern emerged that nobody had designed or asked for. Rex began waking up at 7:12 every morning, the exact minute Milo's alarm went off, and walking to Milo's bedroom door to wait. When Milo came out, Rex would pick up the strap of the boy's backpack in his teeth, carry it to the front door, drop it, and sit. Every single morning. James filmed it on his phone on the 3rd week and watched the clip 3 times sitting in his driveway before he drove to the job site. He didn't tell anyone about it. He wasn't sure what he would have said. Rex slept on the floor beside Milo's bed with his chin resting on the mattress edge, his eyes level with the boy's face. When Milo cried at night, which still happened, which James suspected would keep happening for longer than either of them wanted, Rex was already there. James would get to the doorway and find Milo with one arm draped over the dog's back, both of them still breathing the same slow rhythm. James would stand in the dark hallway for a moment, then he would go back to bed. He started sleeping through the night around week 4. He did not connect it to Rex at the time. He was too tired to connect much of anything. You're still watching but haven't subscribed yet? That genuinely stings. Hit subscribe, you need to hear what happens next. Milo started eating breakfast again. He started bringing drawings home from school, folded into his backpack next to permission slips and spelling tests. On a Tuesday in August, he brought home a drawing of their house with 3 figures standing in front of it, a tall one, a small one, and a very large brown shape with pointed ears. He taped it to the refrigerator himself. James did not move it. Milo started asking questions at dinner again. Not big ones, small ones that meant something. Can dogs dream? Does Rex know where Mom is? Do you think he misses her too? James answered each one as honestly as he could, which was sometimes not very honestly, but it was the best he had. Then came the Thursday in September. Milo had been at the park in the afternoon with a neighbor's kid. He came home with a small red mark on his left forearm, a sting from something in the grass, he said. James cleaned it, covered it with a bandage, gave him dinner, and put him to bed at 8:30. The mark was slightly raised, but not alarming. By 9 p.m., James was on the couch. By 10:15, he was asleep there with the television still on. At 11:47 p.m., Rex started barking. James had heard Rex bark exactly 11 times in 14 months. This was not that bark. This was continuous, sharp, hitting a frequency that reached the back of James's skull and did not stop when he called the dog's name from the couch or when he told him to cut it out from the hallway. James was off the couch before he was fully awake. He reached Milo's doorway and stopped moving. Milo's face was swollen. His lips were pale at the edges. His breathing was audible from where James was standing. Slow, labored, effortful in a way that breathing should never sound at 11:47 at night. The sting from the park, a slow allergic reaction that had been building for hours while the house slept and nobody knew. James called 911. He found the antihistamine in the bathroom cabinet and gave Milo 2 doses and sat on the floor next to him and kept his voice level, the way he did on job sites when something went wrong and the crew needed someone to not panic. Rex lay down on Milo's other side, pressed his full body against the boys, and did not move. The paramedics arrived in 9 minutes. Epinephrine, oxygen, St. Alphonsus Regional Medical Center. Milo was stable within 40 minutes of arrival. The ER physician, a woman named Dr. Santos, who looked like she had been awake for a long time, told James the reaction had been developing for several hours and that the intervention window was narrow. She said it with the careful calm of someone who said difficult things for a living. James nodded and said he understood and went and sat in the chair against the wall. He sat in the hospital parking garage at 3:22 a.m. in the cab of his work truck and stared at the concrete wall without turning the radio on or looking at his phone. He sat there for a long time. He thought about the Saturday morning 11 weeks earlier, the leash, the driveway, the dog sitting at a door he refused to cross. He thought about what Thursday night looked like without Rex in that house. He drove home at 5 a.m. Rex was sitting at the front door when James unlocked it. James looked at him for a moment, then he crouched down on the front step and put both hands on either side of Rex's face and pressed his forehead to the dog's forehead and stayed there without saying anything. Rex went still. He let it happen. He didn't need James to explain it. He already understood. Today, Milo is 6, Rex is 4. Milo insists Rex sit next to him at the kitchen table at breakfast, which James stopped contesting because the argument was never going in his direction anyway. Rex still picks up the backpack strap every morning. He still sleeps with his chin on the mattress edge. James reinstalled the baby monitor in Milo's room months ago, not to watch Milo, but to watch Rex. Some mornings, James checks it at 6 a.m. before he gets up, just to see Rex's outline in the dim light, chin on the mattress, steady as anything, doing the job nobody assigned him.
The couple from Twin Falls got a different dog, smaller, James imagined, something that fit easily in a regular car and didn't eat 9.5 pounds of food a week and didn't occupy 2/3 of the couch as though square footage were a matter of personal principle. He had stopped feeling bad about how that Saturday went. He keeps a photograph on the dashboard of his work truck. Not of Claire, though he has those too. This one is Rex and Milo asleep on the living room floor, the boy's head on the dog's ribs, both of them rising and falling together. He took it at 6:44 a.m. on a Sunday in November. The light through the blinds, neither of them knew he was standing there. He looks at it every morning before he starts the engine. Some things refuse to leave when you need them most. Some of them have 4 legs and know things you haven't figured out yet, and will wait, without complaint, without acknowledgement, for as long as it takes for you to catch up. Rex never needed James to choose him. He just needed James to stop choosing against him. The rest he handled entirely on his own. Would you have let that dog go? Tell me in the comments.